What's up, 5-9 Gaming? My name is the Platinum Chin. I am here with Sunblade and the Masningen. We just got done a little bit ago watching the Resident Evil live stream showcase over on Twitch. Our live reactions are over there, so this really isn't a live reaction video. This is more of our thoughts, feelings, emotions that were driven after watching all the content that we got to see revealed for the future of Resident Evil 8 and all the little things that are coming with it. I guess just basic things, guys. How did you? What's like your initial emotion after all that? What are you feeling like?
Okay, so when the trailer kicked off, like the game looks so good. The RE engine is so amazing. I can't wait to play it on my Xbox. Yeah.
Oh, you're an Xbox man.
Yes, I am an Xbox man. Yep, I am.
Yeah, hey, me too.
Okay.
Xbox game, rise up.
I'm a little outnumbered here.
And yeah, like the graphics are amazing. The RE engine is amazing, and yeah, I said it during the stream. The game has Resident RE4 all over it, so yeah, I'm very hyped for it. I'm very hyped.
How about you, Ningen?
Oh yeah, so hyped. I agree with that so much because the intro, like it's almost like when you played 4 for the first time. It has that same kind of setting, like that eerie vibe to it. And obviously the fact that the trailer literally starts off with the statue that incorporates the Umbrella logo, and it's like, okay, Resident Evil's back. So I'm very, very excited.
It's crazy how good the graphics stood out because, you know, Twitch compression streams, you just can't really tell based off of a stream that's kind of buffering, dropping frames sometimes, but like it looks so good. Like the one particular shot that I was just like, that's just ridiculous, is right at the end of the trailer where you see Chris looking down after Ethan's like, you killed Mia, kill me too. And you just see Chris's face and I'm just like, that's just like, I'm blown away. It looks so realistic. It looks so good. I just can't wait. There's a lot that we got to see there. I mean, we get more not really more information, but more voice lines from Mother Miranda, who I'm assuming is like the big antagonist. That's the evil. That's the biggest one behind Lady. I keep saying Dimitrescu, but she said something different in the showcase. So
yeah, the U is silent. So
Dimitrescu.
It's pronounced weird. Yeah.
Okay. New enemies. I mean, we saw more than the Lycans, right? We saw more than the werewolves. We saw that guy carrying, I think, Ethan through that cave. Fish monster.
Super Bloodborne vibes from that guy.
Right? Especially with his hammer, too. You guys caught the fish monster, too, in the water, right?
Oh, no.
That made me think of Resident Evil 4. He was on a
Del
boat.
Lago.
And he
Del
had,
Lago again,
yes. Like you keep saying, Resident Evil 4, and that super came out when I saw that. I mean, the combat, we saw more combat, especially because we got to see things like mercenaries and stuff. What are you feeling about, let's say, like in comparison to how you played Resident Evil 7? Does it look like a really good update to that? Like, personally, I like it. I think the gunplay is well improved upon, but obviously we have to play it, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I have to agree, but Resident Evil 7 was the first game where you played as Ethan Winters, and at that time Ethan wasn't very experienced, but now he has experience. He knows how to handle weapons, and you can really see that in that trailer, and yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like, I don't know if it was completely deliberate, but it's like almost like a clever advancement of like, as the gameplay has gotten better in quality, like somebody was saying, there's practically like an in-universe explanation for why it is actually so much better.
He's
so
that's
much actually
better.
Pretty cool.
You know what I need an explanation for is why is he so important to them too? Like Ethan Winters, everyone knows his name. Like I'm the mystery behind the story. I'm just so excited to get inside of it. Like I just can't wait to figure it out and just see why. It's funny because I remember months ago I learned that when they were making Resident Evil 7, they didn't have Ethan in mind at all. It was initially going to be just a first person experience. They wanted you to kind of feel like it was you inside the game. And then as they went on, they're like, no, like this actually really feels like we could have a good character here. And so like, I feel like that's where people got justifiable criticisms of Ethan's character in the first one. in Resident Evil 7, because I mean he wasn't thought out from the start. So it's honestly funny to me that they have a whole second game based around him and his story now when he didn't even exist to begin with.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. And then, anybody who hasn't seen the trailer, I recommend watching it. There's a lot to unpack, a lot to uncover. We just don't have a whole bunch of time. And there's so many other things that we want to talk about here. Because, like, the next thing that I want to get into is Mercenaries.
Oh,
yeah. The big surprise, actually.
A huge surprise.
Yeah.
Huge surprise.
This is the huge thing for me, so I'm gonna barge in and talk about it first, because my god, I said on the live stream that alone being in the game sells the game for me. If that was the only trailer that they showed, that automatically puts Village in my I am buying this the day it comes out basket. Because for me, having played through all the franchise and loving all the games so much, like the initial genesis of what Mercenaries was in Resident Evil 3. And then how it evolved into number 4, and then the one in 5 was, I think Sunblade, you agree with this, 5 is like the perfect evolution of like what Mercenaries mode ended up being.
100%, yes, 100%.
And it was so good. And playing it like couch co-op with a friend, like one of my proudest achievements in gaming back then, when I played Resident Evil 4 for the first time when it was out on GameCube, I fully finished all of the Mercenaries with the top score, so you could unlock the crazy hand cannon thing for the story mode. So Mercenaries mode has always been my favorite add-on type thing to supplement the main game, and it's one of the things I was most disappointed about with the remake of 3, that they didn't keep that in after they kept in the Hunk and Tofu scenarios in the 2 remake. So yeah, the 3, it even though it's in first person, it immediately reminds you of that high octane Mercenaries energy. You can see the timer, picking up the power-ups and stuff.
Yes.
It takes me back just to, like we said with the trailer for the actual main game, it immediately reminds me of playing the Mercenaries mode on number 4 for the first time.
Yep.
So I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, I think I think 5, to me, 5 had it was like you guys were saying, 5 was the perfect embodiment of what Mercenaries should have been. 6 was, I didn't much like it on 6, not at least in comparison to 5, and then obviously 7 didn't have anything, and then the other game mode on 6 was a different kind of multiplayer. There was obviously the online co-op, and then there was the invade someone's world and be like a monster in their world, which is cool in theory, but it was not executed well at all.
Yeah.
5 was my favorite Mercenaries. I loved finally unlocking Wesker and just bashing through enemies. I was just fun, because I mean we had a discussion earlier once the Twitch chat was off, where you guys, I think you had a valid criticism of 5, saying it was a fantastic co-op action game, but not a great Resident Evil game overall. But that's what was so fun about Mercenaries, because it just was taking the action.
Yeah.
Couch co-op, just go get timers, keep the game going as long as you can, just keep killing enemies. I love it. How about you, Sunblade?
Yeah.
I want to hear your thoughts on this. You got to be excited for this too.
Yeah, absolutely. But this is actually a funny story. So Resident Evil 4 was actually my first Resident Evil I ever played, and the Mercenaries was banned in Germany for quite a while. So
wow.
Yeah, so I didn't have the chance to enjoy the Mercenaries when I played the game for the first time, and that's why I don't have the huge connection to it. But when Resident Evil 5 came out, the Mercenaries mode was in there, and it was so great. So I'm very excited that they bring this back. More content for the game is always good, and yeah, I'm excited to play it.
And I think it's free, right?
Yes, of course.
Just
I hope so.
Just like the RE verse is free. Well, because Mercenaries might actually just be a part of this game, and I think RE verse is a separate game, kind of like when Resident Evil 3 came out. You got the other add-on, but yeah, I hope Mercenaries is just on top of it. And it's different though, because there's customizations for your, or not customization, but level ups for your weapons and perks for your weapons. So it's not like picking a character that starts off with a different gun anymore. I think you're just Ethan, or maybe another random just NPC, and you kind of upgrade to the Duke, the big guy in the cart.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that change? I'm interested.
I feel like that kind of adds, it almost builds off of what you were saying about the original design for 7, is if you're not playing as a specific character, or I guess even if you technically are, the Mercenaries mode isn't about story, right. So I guess it's a lot more immersive in that sort of like you are the character. And the idea, the perks thing does seem really interesting, because what it looked like from the trailer is obviously when you find those power-ups, we don't know how they're going to be randomly spawned in, like maybe only certain ones appear at certain times or whatever, but the fact that when you pick one up, you then get to pick one of 3 different perks. And obviously, whilst we don't know all the details, you know, maybe it's the case of the 2 that you don't pick, they're then gone forever for that run. So you've got I think a lot of like thinking and planning is going to go into how you're like building your set of power-ups and stuff. And so yeah, that's going to be super interesting. Like you can tell there's going to be all these different like quote unquote builds of like people getting these crazy times and like finding these awesome combos of like perks to use together and stuff. So I think that adds this whole extra element to it that's going to give it a ton of replayability.
I think it's going to be so fun. You know what other thing I noticed too, and I love because it's first person, so I'm glad they focused on this, but like the gun designs, like the cool artistry on the guns and stuff, making them look shiny with cool designs on them and stuff, rather than just a plain old shotgun. It had like engravings on it. And I was like, that's simple, but like that's cool. At least you took advantage of like kind of the camera angles and stuff you're doing. I wonder if that kind of stuff will be added more into it, and there's more other cosmetic customizations you can add to it too, because that's all you can do in a first person shooter, really, is change the look of your gun. Mercenaries, that's gonna be awesome. And then I guess the other like big exciting, really out of the blue thing was, and I know some players you're gonna want to talk about this, is Resident Evil 4 VR. I mean honestly, take it away. This is all for you, Sunblade.
Well, okay, I've been waiting for this because there were some leaks like months ago that said that a VR version for Resident Evil 4 is coming out, and yeah, here it is, and it looks great. It looks like Resident Evil 4, and of course I'm going to buy the equipment so I can play it, and I'll try to speedrun it again. Of course, I will try to pull up all the glitches. It's a must buy for me personally. Can wait, because like if you remember back, the Wii edition like had a unique spin with the Wiimote and the nunchuck, and now I have another way to play the game actually, and I'm excited, and I want to break the game again on the VR version, and I'm already like there's a thought process in my head already. How can I finish this game as soon as possible, and I will figure this out. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm absolutely ready.
That's
we need to see a third person camera view of you playing.
Oh
it.
yes, yeah.
You're gonna be doing these. You're gonna be like Matrix posing to try and glitch through walls and stuff. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Yep, we'll make it happen. Yep.
That would be amazing. You know, with playing, I've always wanted to know Resident Evil. You said it's your first one. How long did it take you to like want to get into the speedrunning of the game? Was that like something you did like after you beat it a couple times, or was it like years later? Like what made you want to speedrun? Because like when I played Resident Evil 2, I beat it like 2 times, and I was like, I want 100% this, and I knew that included speedrunning it just because of the trophy system and unlocking items. What about for you for Resident Evil 4 though?
Yeah, so after I finished it the first time, I went back immediately to finish it the second time in New Game Plus, and I was way faster, and I was like, okay, how fast can I be? And then I tried to improve, and then I looked up the current world record, and I tried to beat that, and yeah, it happened. It happened after I analyzed some videos from the Japanese community, the American community, and I've been active on several forums, and I was so addicted to the game that I was able to beat the world record. Let's say that.
That's incredible. That's actually insane that you're able to do that. That's so cool. Yeah, and then I guess, Dingan, do you have a VR headset? Is this something like? Is it?
No. So I mean, this is one of those things. Obviously, I'm not going to go into it in massive amounts of detail in this video because it's not really the place.
Right.
But like, I am not a fan of VR.
Okay.
But from the trailer, I can definitely see like it definitely looks really cool. Like if you're someone who does appreciate VR. Obviously seeing the world of Resident Evil 4 in that new lens, like I think definitely will be super exciting. But just for me personally, I'm not a fan of VR. So.
All right, well, I think that'll wrap it up, guys. You guys got to hear our thoughts on everything. We're excited. We could go on forever, but we just don't have the time to do it. That's you've heard from us here on the Platinum Chin, here with Sunblade and the Masked Ninja here, talking about Resident Evil at 5.9. And yeah, make sure you guys like the video if you enjoyed it, and consider subscribing, because we're gonna be pumping out a lot more Resident Evil stuff as it comes out.
Oh, yes.
More talks, maybe gameplays, and you can catch all Resident Evil gameplays from Truth, Goresh, other people on the channel on our Twitch, 5.9 Gaming 1 at Twitch at twitch.com. And yeah, come hang out, guys, and we'll catch you on the next video. Peace out.
See ya.
Bye bye.